Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have a really good story that I've been wanting to share on this channel for a while now. I love this one to death. If you remember the video that we did on Mythos Spider-Man, it's kind of like that in terms of quality and art style, and I just really enjoy this. I read this years ago. I reread it all the time just because it's so fun, so simple. I love it to death. And it's also about a character that I believe deserves more time, more stories, more comics dedicated to him. And yeah, so today we are focusing on Avengers Origins, The Vision. Now yes, this focuses on retelling the Vision's origin story and just kind of introducing it in a new way, but it also kind of digs at the core of the character and his relationship with the Avengers, because this is in sort of an anthology series. Avengers Origins is like a series of one-shots that Marvel put out a while ago. I believe they had one for Ant-Man and the Wasp, they had one for Luke Cage. I can do all of those other stories here on the channel. If you guys want me to, let me know in the comments down below, because I really enjoy all those other ones too, but this one is by far my favorite. I have no idea if this is even going to get views or if anybody even cares about Vision the way I do. Let me know in the comments if you do. I think he's a great character. So written by Kyle Higgins and Alex Siegel. I have no idea if I'm butchering that. With art by Stephanie Perger. Again, I'm not sure. I don't know how to read these names. You can already see the level of detail and effort on the very first page as the Vision is born for the very first time. We see this first very cinematic panel on the first page where everything, the colors, the liquid, the steam, the sparks, the wiring, it's all just popping off the page, and it's so cool. I just love it. It's so captivating right from the jump. And arguably even cooler, at the bottom of this page we actually get Vision's vision, and we can see through his red tinted eyes his creator standing before him saying, "Welcome to the world, my creation." And we see the Vision's prototype body just sitting in a vat waiting to be fully constructed. And after being taken out and having the final pieces put into place, the Vision listens to Ultron in front of him saying, "Very few ever get to meet their true creator, and yet you say very little." And in response to this, Vision simply asks, "Is that what you're called?" "It is what you will call me," Ultron replies. "To others, I am Ultron 5. Curious, the creation asks, "And what will I be known as?" "Nothing," Ultron says. "You are the creation. Others will not even know that you exist." To this, he says nothing. We're then given little segments of Vision's training over time, as Ultron teaches him precision, teaches him how to use his abilities: laser vision, phasing through walls, flight, the ability to use super strength to lift construction equipment and hurl it across the room as he pleases. Months and months pass as Ultron teaches his creation how to use his abilities for destruction, and as time goes on, Vision learns even more than what Ultron teaches him. He also learns how to wish. More specifically, he wishes for Ultron's praise. And yet, it never comes. After months and months of working non-stop, Vision is forced to settle for the absolute peak of simply not displeasing his creator anymore. And after his training is over, Ultron finally deems him ready to learn about humanity. He teaches him about science, evolution, all the creatures in the world, before finally introducing him to humans. The culmination of everything that has come before. Fascinated, Vision sits up in his chair and says, "I am like them." And with fire in his eyes, Ultron says, "You resemble them, but humans are flawed. They cling to their existence, terrified of the inevitable, terrified that we will replace them. There is one that fights against me, part of a larger group." He then gestures up at an image on the screen. "The Avengers. They are your purpose. They are the reason that I created you." "I do not understand," Vision responds. And very straightforward, Ultron says, "You will kill them all." And now, with his purpose as clear as it's ever been, the Vision heads to Avengers Mansion. It's a cold, dark, rainy night. He phases through the front gate, bypassing the alarms, and out the window he can hear a conversation between Ant-Man and the Wasp. He's leaving her again, in the middle of the night, leaving again to go work on a project. She's irritated, stating that he's only talked to her for an hour in the last 3 weeks, including this conversation. Eyes widened, he places a hand on his head and says, "I want to spend time with you, Jan. I really do." And she closes the door, stating, "No, I'm starting to think you don't. Good luck with your project, Hank." And after closing the door, tears stream down her face, until she turns around and realizes that she's being observed. Thunder crashing and lightning striking down before her, she's met with the presence of the Vision. Saying nothing and acting like the weapon he is, he utilizes his training instantly and shoots beams from his eyes at her, but she shrinks to avoid it. Unfortunately for her though, it's not enough, as he grabs her with one fist and holds her up in the air. She then returns to normal size, and he's then holding her by the neck. Someone calls out to her from a distance, and Hank, exponentially increased in size and mass, swats Vision away, freeing her. Hank then returns to his normal size, and and stares at the opponent before him, before Vision lifts up an entire couch and swings it at Hank, sending him flying out the window. The android then feels an arrow shot on the back of his head, before 3 more line up down his spine, and Black Panther and Hawkeye enter the room with Clint saying, "I don't know who you are, but I'm only gonna say this once. Get out." Hawkeye then shoots an exploding arrow in his face, and it blows out one of Vision's eyes, before Black Panther charges him and punches him across the face. Vision then lunges forward and phases his arm through Black Panther's. T'Challa screams out in pain. Vision then suddenly feels an explosion of light hit his back, and he groans, stunned. The Wasp, holding her sore throat, has now joined the fight. Once again, Hank's large hand reaches in from outside, and he picks up Vision the way he did Wasp. "Stay away from my girlfriend." Vision then uses his beams again and blinds Hank. "Did I miss the part where he even tells us what he wants?" Clint asks. "He's trying to kill us," Wasp answers. "I don't care about much else." "We have an advantage," T'Challa says. "I don't think he's human." "How can you be sure?" "He reeks of plastic and silicone." "Jan?" Hawkeye suggests. "I'm on it," she says, before shrinking down to miniature size again and flying directly up the Vision's nose. She journeys down into his deep dark head and sees all the machinery that makes him him. She starts blasting away at all the machinery inside as he cries out in pain, holding onto his head, before reaching inside, phasing through, and plucking her out by one wing. He then holds her in front of him and readies his laser vision, before Hank starts charging, crying out, pleading for him to stop. Janet then shoots Vision straight in the eyes, before Hank tackles him to the ground and then crawls over to her. "Jan," he says, "I'm so sorry. I should have been here. Are you fine?" she says, before coughing. I'm fine." Vision then stands opposed from the 4 of them, saying, "It seems any of them would sacrifice themselves for the others. They only come together when I attack. Perhaps the Creator was mistaken. Perhaps they do not wish to destroy us, but rather they only wish to survive." Hank then looks up to the roof of the mansion. "Ultron!" The AI looks down at him, lightning striking right behind him, disabling your defenses and delivering the first blows. "You have done well, my creation." And with the rain falling down on him, Vision looks up, saying nothing. "You know this thing, Hank?" Clint asks. "It was just an experiment, but I ended it months ago. I disassembled it, buried the parts underground." Ultron then dives down from the rooftop, saying, "You are all weak, Henry Pym." He dives headfirst into his creator's chest. "A sickness, an obsolete program that I shall purge." He then aims his fist at Hank Pym and the Wasp, about ready to shoot, saying, "I am the future." Black Panther then charges from behind, before Ultron grabs him by the wrists, not even looking, and shoots him away into the distance. "You first, Creator," Ultron says, pulling Hank up by the collar of his shirt and standing back, just looking onward. Vision sees Jan lying weakly on the ground, begging. "Please," she says, "I love him." And Vision just looks back to her, saying nothing, before looking over to his creator, holding his creator in the air, and then shooting him in the back with his beams. "You dare turn against me!" Ultron cries, and an explosion of light occurs between them as they both shoot rays at each other that do nothing. Vision then starts evading his attacks, flying away as his creator shoots beams at him. "They fight us because we attack them," Vision says, before charging his creator and using his laser vision. He sets Ultron on fire, burning him to a crisp, asking, "Would you fight for me as they fight for each other?" Not answering the question, Ultron says, "Leave now, creation." "No," Vision responds. "Then you are like them, a failure." And just then, one final arrow comes in and blows Ultron's body to a crisp, and the android looks back at the archer that backed him up. As the storm rages on in the night, Vision lifts the body of his creator in the air before throwing it to the ground, and officially ending the fight for good. And as more time passes, as night becomes day, as the thunderstorm turns into clear skies, Vision continues floating silently above Avengers Mansion until Wasp comes to check on him. "Are you okay?" she asks. "You've been floating here all morning." "I have been analyzing my actions," he tells her, trying to make sense of what transpired, and she sits on his shoulder at miniature size as he tells her, "Seeking his approval is why I came, but there's something beneath that I do not know how to express, something else that I wanted from him. It's love," she answers. "You wanted his love." Vision pauses for a moment before saying, "I do not know what that means," and she smiles, saying, "It's feeling like you're wanted, like you matter. It's when you care deeply for something. It's what you were looking for in him. Love." "And now he is gone," Vision states, "and I am alone." "You can stay here," she says. "That is not logical. I came here to kill you." Before Hawkeye was an Avenger, he was a criminal. Before I came here, I was nothing. The Avengers are about giving you a chance to start over. You just have to decide what you want that start to be. "How would I do that?" he asks. "You make your own choices. Create your own path. You come up with a vision of what you aspire to be, and then you work to make it happen." "Does anything like that come to mind?" she asks him, and confidently looking off into the sky, he states, "I think I would like a name." And finally she flies off, saying, "Then I guess you better start thinking. That's yours to decide. And finally, with newfound freedom, completely ditching his need for approval, Vision looks up into the sky, thinking up a new name. And I just love how simple that story is. It just adds so much depth to Vision, a character who I feel like most writers don't write with depth. I mean, that's one of the good things about the MCU that I think the comics often lack, surprisingly, which does not happen often outside of stories like this. So when you have something like this that's that good, with the art looking as cool as it does, as detailed as it is, it really just makes it that much more special because it's more rare. And I just love it to death. Like I said, I reread it all the time. The creative team behind it is so good. They did such a good job. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and let me know if you want more like this, because I really enjoy these stories. I love Avengers stuff, and I love Vision as a character. But yeah, that is the video. Thank you for watching.